One of the many important realities that confirmed me in Orthodoxy was the fact that we are free to completely and utterly reject the debunked and absurd theory of Darwinian evolution as incompatible with and contrary to the authentic deposit of the Christian faith. I know that many of the truth seekers that have made it this far into the video have shared in that same joy, relief, and assurance that I felt reading for the first time what our God-bearing saints and fathers had to say on this most critical subject. When I was discerning between Rome and Orthodoxy, it was an immediate game changer. It was like, oh, okay, so I'm not crazy and the church does still exist. Surely it was no coincidence that this ancient claimant to being the church established by Christ through his apostles just so happens to be the church stemming the tides of the evolutionary zeitgeist, taking on the position in her saints that earns her nothing but mockery and contempt from both the secular world and much of the professing Christian world as well. Yet, here we are in 2023, and Orthodox Christians can legitimately hold this position without contradicting or refuting their own ecclesial or epistemic paradigm. In other words, without being manifest hypocrites. Since the church hasn't universally bound our collective consciences by morally obligating us to assent to the idea that it could even possibly be true. This is in stark contrast to the formal teaching of the Roman Catholic Church, which is that Catholics are not only totally free to accept the belief that humanity evolved over time under the guidance of God, but more importantly, a consistent Roman Catholic, while not being personally compelled to affirm theistic evolution as true, must affirm that it is compatible with their Catholic faith. This compatibility is to be accepted with a religious submission of mind and will, acknowledged with reverence, and sincerely adhered to. Thus, any Roman Catholic who is convinced that the idea of an old earth and or human biological evolution are contrary to or irreconcilable with that which has been revealed in the Holy Scriptures and in the holy tradition of the Church, in her fathers, councils, and saints, cannot in good conscience cling to this belief while also being a consistent and faithful Roman Catholic. Worse yet still, they are even required to assent to the idea that Pelagianism is compatible with Catholicism, an idea which makes an absolute mockery of the Genesis account, the New Testament authors who believed it to be history, as well as the entire catalog of fathers and saints right up to the present day who shared that blessed belief.